otherwise known as a Northern lass. So as a result from all of your positive feedback, I've decided to make yet another A Week in My Life video. This time it is a PPE edition. And if you guys aren't from the UK or you just simply don't know what PPE is, it's basically a pre-public examination, as our school calls them, but other schools may call them mocks. And basically mock exams are exams that you do for your options and also your core subjects before your GCSEs. And even though mocks are incredibly stressful, they are good indicators on where your gaps are for learning so that your teachers can help you. Or if your teacher might not be able to help you because they're busy or anything, you can try and take the learning into your own hands and find resources and ways to improve in the areas that you've got wrong during your exams. So tonight I'm going to try and cram in some last minute revision for my first PPE exam tomorrow, which is English Language Paper 1. So I'm just probably going to watch some Mr. Bruff videos and just do some activities from my English language textbook. But right now I'm going to make myself some tea and then I'll be running myself a bath because I am really stressed for these exams and I just want to relax myself before I go to bed. Because you know, a good night's sleep is very important. Okay guys, so it's about 6:45 and for my tea I decided to treat myself and make some pepperoni and cheese pizza, whilst also watching one of my favourite shows, which is Dancing on Ice. Okay guys, so I finished running my bath and the bath bomb I will be using tonight is Goddess, which is from Lush. And this bath bomb is inspired by Ariana Grande's not so recent song, God is a Woman. So we are going to try it out. Let's do the testing. Let's do the testing. Let's have a look. Oh, this is going nice. I'll update you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so my bath is now finished and I really love this bath. This is probably one of my favourite Lush bath bombs because I really like the contrast between the pink and the white, and then you might not be able to see this, but I can see like bits of grey and purple, and I love how all the colours contrast and they make each other stand out, which I think is really nice. And I like all the patterns it creates as well, like especially this one. I just love the patterns they create. And it's super glittery as well, which is amazing because, you know, a girl has got to love her glitter. Okay guys, so it's about 10:30 right now. And I'm going to end this little section for this Sunday. However, I just wanted to say that I've come out of the shower, obviously. I decided I would practice my eyeliner because I haven't done it in over a week. So I just needed to get used to doing it nicely again. And I also managed to do some English language cramming sessions. I've been working on how questions, particularly relating to tension in extracts, and also impressions of characters in a certain part of a story. So I'll go over them videos in the morning just so they're fresh back in my mind, and then I'll probably listen to like some GCSE pods on my way to school, and hopefully they'll stick with my head, and hopefully I'll get a good grade in English language. So I'm going to take an early night so I can get a good night's sleep, and I will see you guys in the morning. Hi guys, so it's 3:30 on Monday afternoon. So I did my English language paper 1 exam, and I need to have a vent because the exam didn't really go that well, if I can be honest. I just hope paper 2 is going to be better than paper 1. So let's just go and have a little vent in my bathroom. Yes, it's a pretty small bathroom, but it's because it's split into 2. It's a bit confusing. Anyway, so the first complaint I have, now this might sound really petty, but for me it's a really big deal. So the first thing I'm going to rant about is there's one particular teacher in my English language exam, and actually she did this all the way through my last set of mocks as well in November. she kept coughing in the exam, and it wasn't like you know what I mean. This was like proper massive, like it was a massive coughing fit, really loud and very disruptive, right? Now I know, like, if you're ill, you can't necessarily help being ill if the lady was ill, but Jesus Christ, try and quiet it down, because I get really distracted by loud noises, and well, any noise in general when a room is silent distracts me and it puts me off doing what I need to do. So that's when rant number 1. And rant number 2 is the titles in the section B of my paper, which was the narrative writing task. The titles we were given weren't exactly brilliant. So the first one was begin your story with "I was at a family gathering," which first of all I cannot relate to because I have autism, and being autistic means I find it quite hard to socialise, so that was out of the window automatically. The second one was about write a time about when you was let down by a friend. Now I have been let down by friends before in the past, I'll be honest, but I feel a bit mean, like writing about it. I would feel quite mean and it would actually make me very upset, so that was out of the window. The third title, which was the one I did, was the race, and then the fourth one was end the story with "Now I've learned that my friends are more important than money." It was something incredibly dumb like that. So you could just imagine that titles weren't great and you can't really write much about it. Even though the narrative story we have to write is quite short, I think it's between 450 and 600 words. And luckily I did manage to finish my narrative writing, which is an accomplishment, because usually when I do narrative writing in paper 1, I don't exactly finish the story in time, even when I do get my extra time. Sorry, I thought my mum was coming up the stairs then, but she's not. It's okay, she's in the kitchen probably. So despite finishing my story with my extra time as well, let's just say I don't know if my story made sense with the title. So I can only just ask my English language teacher tomorrow and pray to God that I pass this exam. Because last time in my mocks for English language, since we did 2 papers, I got a grade 4, and I'd really like a grade 5 in this set of mocks because I want to study English language at A level. So, and to do that at the 6th one I want to go to, you need a grade 6. So obviously I need to work really hard. So I hope that paper 2 will be better for me and give me an upper hand into getting me a grade 5. So tonight I am going to be doing some biology revision, and I'm also going to be doing some maths revision, because tomorrow morning I have a biology exam and tomorrow afternoon I have a maths exam, and I'm just going to do some last minute cramming in tonight. Even though I did revise, I just don't know if I've revised enough, so I'm just going to go over everything and just cram everything in. Okay guys, so it's about 8:30 and I've just finished 20 minutes of revision on infection and response for my biology exam tomorrow. So far I've been looking at viruses and bacteria, protists, fungi, how pathogens are spread, and then I'm gonna do how to avoid diseases from spreading. But I'm just taking a 5-minute break at the minute, and then I'm gonna do another 20-minute session. Look who came to see me! Aww. You're watching me have a break, Marge. Do you like my revision, Marge? Are you proud of my revision? Why have your parents to motivate you when you could just simply have a cat? So I've just finished my second 20-minute revision session, which means I've now revised for 40 minutes. And I've done a little poster on fighting disease, what the immune system does and what the body does, and next I am going to be working on fighting diseases with drugs. Okay guys, so I've just completed my final 20-minute session. So overall I have done an hour's worth of revision. So for the last 20 minutes I've been working on drugs, so painkillers, antibiotic resistance, antibiotics and the different types of drug testing. So for now I'm just going to give myself a break and then I'll probably go and do some maths revision and I'll give you guys an update. Okay guys, so it's 10:30 coincidentally again, and I decided I was going to do some Seneca learning for maths. So I've done some maths revision, which I spent about half an hour on, and I also did some Seneca on biology as well. So I'm going to just revisit them. Tomorrow I'm going to listen to some songs that will help me for the exam. So I'm going to take an early night and I will tell you guys how the exam goes tomorrow. Hi guys, so today is Tuesday and today I had a biology and I also had a maths exam. And I'm going to be honest, the biology exam wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. And that could be because I've been forwarded by my science teachers to do foundation triple science just to compare my results from higher tier, which I did in November, to the foundation tier, which I am doing now, and just comparing my results to how I do. And I think it was my biology teacher, she said I needed a 4+ in my sciences in order to continue with higher tier triple science. So I've been working really hard to prioritise my sciences because I really want to do higher tier. And the maths exam, oh my god, EdXL, more like EdXHell. That paper was so difficult, honest to god. Now luckily I didn't leave out that many questions. I only left out 2 questions and them 2 questions were 3 markers towards the end of the paper. My god, it was probably the worst hour and a half of my life. I am not even joking. It was so hard. Like, now I've looked at that paper and that was hard. I don't know how I'm going to cope with paper 2 and paper 3 because they're calculator papers. And them calculator papers are usually harder than a non-calculator paper, which was paper 1. So I'm really scared. I want to get a 4. But if everyone in the year who takes foundation maths does bad, then that means the grain boundary will go down. So I'm just hoping people will bring the grain boundaries down so I can actually get a 4 on foundation tier maths. So I'm gonna go off my mum's bed because my mum's bed's really comfy. Anyway, so tomorrow I have a history exam which is based on medicine in Britain from the 1250 to the present day. So I have made some flashcards earlier today and I'm just going to be looking over them, and I'm going to be watching some GCSE pods, and then I'll probably just do some Seneca learning. But right now I need to do some maths homework and I think I need to do some history homework as well because I need to watch some GCSE pods about the Cold War. So I will catch you guys once I've done my homework. Okay guys, so I managed to do my GCSE pod homework on the Cold War. In particular the Berlin blockade and NATO. And then I did some GCSE pods on medicine for revision, and I made some more flashcards for important people with medicine. And then finally I listened to this song about medicine, which I will link down below. I will provide links for my English language revision, my science revision, and all the other stuff in the description below, because, you know, sharing's caring. And this week in my life should really sound really boring, but unfortunately that's life, and sometimes things in life are boring and you don't want to do boring things, but sometimes you've just got to show it because it's real life. But on a positive note, I am watching one of my favourite shows at the current minute, which, you guys, if you know me very well, it's Benidorm. There is no Mrs. Brown's Boys on the telly tonight, so it's just going to be Benidorm. But now I'm just going to take a break and I'm just going to watch some Benidorm and just chill out a little bit. And I will see you guys later on. Okay, so when I came home from school, my mum gave me this letter, which I just opened. So I'm just going to show you guys. Not exactly show you guys because it has the sixth form's name and I don't want people finding out where I live, even though most of my subscribers go to my school, but that is irrelevant. So I'm just going to look through the letter and I'm going to tell you guys what's on the letter once I stabilise my phone. Okay, brilliant. So basically I got a letter from the sixth form that I really want to go to, and they've said that I have to go for a meeting at the sixth form. So they're just going to basically talk about my A-level choices, and they're talking about like my GCSE grades, so like what I got in my previous mocks, because by the time I have the meeting with the sixth form, my February/March results would not be coming out, so I'd have to bring my November results because they want to see my mocks. And then they ask like, how do your A-level choices fit with your potential degree profile, which I don't really want to go to uni, so I'm just like, okay. And then they say, what might your enrichment choices be? And then they ask like, managing transportation to the sixth form and like access arrangements that I get, so I have to list like I get extra time and stuff. Any medical conditions, and then any questions I have. So I just wanted to share this tonight because I was really happy. I thought I wouldn't hear back from them since I applied, and obviously I went to the taster day and stuff, so I thought they wouldn't really speak to me after that. But they did, so it's okay. So I will just share the stuff with my dad. Okay guys, so guess what time it is? If you guessed 10:30, you are correct. So my nighttime routine is going to end by going to bed at 10:30 every night for the period of my mock exams. So I'm going to go to bed and I shall see you guys in the morning. Okay guys, so today is Wednesday, which is the day of my history exam, which is paper 1, medicine in Britain from 1250 to present day. So here are just some of my flashcards which I use for revision. So as well as writing the dates on the front of these flashcards, I've also wrote the dates on the back of them, and I have to guess what happened during that period of time. And obviously if I get the answer incorrect, it says on the front, and it also just gives little details of what happened during that period of time. And for the magic bullets, for example, I just summarise it because flashcards are just meant to be like quick little things, so I just summarised it. Because if you write loads, it usually won't stick in your head, whereas if you summarise and make little notes such as this, you are more likely to remember. So hopefully these flashcards work for my history exams. And if I don't, then I'll just find a new way to revise because it's never too late to improve your grades. Hi guys, it is 6:30 and I am in my bathroom. Yes, once again. So I did my history exam, and to be honest, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. I felt like my last set of marks, which was in November, the last medicine paper I felt was harder than this medicine paper that I did today. And I don't know if that's because I generally just revised effectively, or if it's just because it was an easy paper. So I'm really not sure how it's going to turn out. The question I got really confused on was this 12th marker. And the 12th marker basically was explain why there was improvement in hospital care after the 1800s. I got a bit confused, and I think that was partially my fault because in my last set of marks I didn't really revise much on the Western Front and the medieval period, so it did show in my results. So I decided before today's exam I revised medieval England, and I also revised the Western Front more than modern Britain. So I've learned now that I should revise the medieval stuff in the Western Front and then modern England at a equal level, I suppose. But I'd really like to get a grade 6 because in my last set of mock exams overall I came out with a grade 5, which is a high C. So hopefully I can get a 6, which is a B grade. But later on tonight I'm going to be revising paper 2 of English language, which is 19th to 21st century fiction, as well as transactional writing. And I'm actually looking forward to this exam, if I can be honest, because I do tend to do better on paper 2 than what I do with paper 1. I'm not really sure why, but I think in my mind, one reason why I do better in paper 2, especially the transactional writing section, is because during transactional writing, for example, if you get a letter, the question will state, you know, you've been asked to write a letter to a bus company or a newspaper place or something like that. So I know automatically that it's a formal letter I need to write, and I know how to format it, and it just makes it easier for me because I like to have things structured. And unfortunately with narrative writing, I mean, you can have a story in your head, but sometimes the story in your head might not be suitable for the title, so you may have to either adapt the story or just completely scrap the story and just come up with a new one. Okay guys, so it's 9 o'clock and I've managed to do some English language revision. So just to end today's little section of the weekly vlog, I just wanted to say thank you to my 130 something subscribers. Now I know that's not a lot, and you guys are like, oh, why are you celebrating 100 and something subscribers? You're not famous, are you think you're famous? No, my intention to be on YouTube is to not be famous. If anything, my intention is to make other people happy, because I know what it feels like to feel extremely low, and even if it's just 1 second of a video that people find funny, that means I'm doing my job, and I want to make people happy. And also I do YouTube as a way to express myself, and I'm also very proud that I've hit 130 subscribers, because it's just a way of showing how far I've come from starting YouTube in year 8. And when I first started YouTube in year 8, I did get bullied for it quite a bit, and I got mocked for it as well, and that did continue a little bit in year 9 as well. But luckily people are more accepting of my YouTube channel, probably because I've deleted more of the more cringier videos, even though I'm still cringy. I haven't really posted any singing videos as much, because my singing in year 8 wasn't exactly great, and that was probably one of the reasons why I got bullied for it. So overall, I want to say thank you, and if you guys so far are liking this video, I suggest you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'm going to end the video for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's just look left to right to make sure I don't get killed by a car, because that wouldn't be good now, would it? So to all the Americans out there who are like, oh, England is London. No, it's not, okay. There's lots of elements to England and the UK, especially the northwest part of England. It's pretty much pissing it down nearly every day. So just a little thumbs up. So it's about 4:15 and I'm just coming home from rehearsals in the typical British weather. Anyway, so my English language exam wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Section A wasn't too bad. I think I did okay. And then Section B, we had 2 transactional writing tasks, both worth 20 marks. 12 for context and 8 for spag. So the first one was write a talk to your class about your ambitions and what you want to do and what you hope to achieve in 10 years time. So that wasn't too bad, although I don't really know how to write speeches, so I literally just put it all in paragraphs and just hoped it worked. So yeah. And then the other one was like write a letter to a teenage magazine company explaining like another article's thing about like celebrities influencing young people to do bad things because they're always in the newspaper for doing bad things. So yeah, and I came out of the exam about like 2 and 20 minutes later, because I get extra time in my exams, get a little bit longer. So I started asking everyone in science and stuff how the exam was. They were all like, oh, it was easy. So I'm a bit scared now because everybody said it was easy, and usually when an exam's easy, that means the grade boundaries are high, and when grade boundaries are high, that means it's hard to pass. So let's look across the road for some cars. There's no cars coming, so I'm going to cross. See, Mum, I can't be trusted on the phone whilst I am walking home. Okay, so here is what the typical British weather looks like for all the American viewers. Normally on my way home there's a black cat. So if I manage to see the black cat, I will show you the black cat without showing where the black cat lives, because I could be in trouble for looking at filming people's houses. Don't know if you can get in trouble for that, but just in case, I'm not going to film where the cat lives, just the cat itself. We're getting closer. Oh, I can see the little black cat. Oh, here's a little black cat. It's eating its dinner. So I'm not gonna Disrupt the cat. Oh crap, the owner just came out of the house. Oh, God. Oh, that was a close one. The owner came out of the house. I literally shit myself. Thought she was going to get my, like, don't film my cat. She seems very nice though, so no harm has been done. So I'm just going to rush home because I am getting wet and I have a chemistry exam to revise for tomorrow. So I'm going to revise chemistry and chill out. Hi guys, so it's about 4:45 and I've just come home from school. I came home a little bit later than what I normally do because I was talking to my biology teacher about some techniques I can use in my exams. So if you guys don't know already, I'm just going to go in the bathroom. When it comes to doing exams, I know like the stuff in my head, but the problem is I find it extremely difficult to get it down onto paper. So my biology teacher was just giving me some help and just some tips on what to do in an exam situation. So I had a chemistry exam today, so there's no other way around explaining it. The chemistry exam was very, very difficult and I got really frustrated with myself during the exam because I've been revising chemistry. Like, chemistry has been my priority ever since like after Christmas. I was revising on Seneca, I was watching GCSE pods, I was watching YouTube videos, I was doing everything just to make sure I was prepared for this exam. And during the exam, I just completely blanked out. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if the stress just got to me, I don't know. But I just completely blanked out. I had no idea what to write. I think I left out a full 6-marker question out, which is really bad. So I don't even know if I've managed to get that grade 4. I don't even think I am. Like, I've got a feeling I'm just going to have to continue to do foundation tier triple science chemistry because I just feel like I did horrible. So at least the exam's out of the way and done with now. And the final science I have to do is physics, which I'm normally quite good at. So I'm usually quite good with physics. So hopefully I'll do well with physics. And tonight I'm just gonna rest. I'm gonna upload this YouTube video. I'm gonna finish editing, create a thumbnail, and there goes the hairbrush in the bath. So I'm just gonna chill out this weekend. I'm not really gonna do much revision. I might do some Seneca learning from physics, but apart from that, I don't really think I'm gonna do anything much. Just I need to de-stress myself. So I'm just gonna go and make my bed, which actually making my bed usually helps me feel a bit more happier. I don't know why, it just does. So I'm gonna go back to my room. I'm gonna close my bedroom window because it is cold now and I've just turned the heating on. So I'm just gonna go and do that and I will tidy my room. Okay guys, so I just finished tidying my room. So I'm just gonna get myself a snack, I'm gonna have a drink, and then I'm planning on learning my lines for the school production, which is in about 5 weeks' time, so I'm really excited. So here is my script. It's Act 1, Scene 9, and this is my last show I'm ever going to do at high school, which is actually quite sad to think about it, because I've been in nearly every show that my school has offered, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities I have been given over the years. When I auditioned in June for a principal part, I actually did end up getting the principal part that I auditioned for, which I am really proud of myself for. Obviously, the pressure on me is quite high, so I've had to learn more lines than what I normally do, but hopefully I'll be able to learn them pretty quickly, and then I'll hopefully be off script by next week. Okay guys, so it's about 10:15 on Friday night, and boy, I am tired. I did not realise until about Wednesday night just how exhausting exams can be. Like, literally, as soon as I came home from school, all I wanted was just to get into bed and just chill out. And I actually nearly fell asleep watching the Jeremy Kyle show, which is something I normally don't do, especially for someone from the north. Anyway, so my plans for this weekend is I'm going to do little revision, just because I've been super stressed all week and I just need to de-stress myself and just do things that I like doing. So I'll try and get this week in my life video uploaded by Saturday, or actually on Saturday, depending on how busy I am. So I'm just going to get an early night's rest, so I'm just going to leave it here for today. If you guys did enjoy this video, please click the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I shall see you in my next video.